Salute everybody, salute. I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. Shocking news. A list of male celebrities, a list of men that Jamie Foxx has slept with. Also, a timeline of the accusations brought against P.Diddy. But before I get started with this demonstration, if I could get you to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. The reason why I ask for you all to hit the like button is because the more likes that this demonstration gets, the more YouTube pushes it out in the algorithm. And with all of the jewels that I'm going to be dropping in this demonstration, we want to get this demonstration pushed out into the YouTube algorithm. So make sure everybody hits the like button. I want to salute everybody that's catching this on the replay. I want to salute everybody that's watching from the clouds. I want to salute all my moderators. Salute you, him, and her. Salute everyone it's your first time being over here. A big salute to all of the content creators. Big salute to the Rock Squad. Let's do what we do. Let's jump into this. But before I get started, let me read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. So everything that you hear in this video that I call demonstration, everything that you hear in this demonstration is for educational and entertainment purposes only. None of this is facts. I'm not saying that any of this is facts. This is allegedly. Everything that I say and everything that you hear in this demonstration is allegedly. So I want everybody to remember that. Don't go around saying what I said is a fact. Remember, it's all allegedly. Salute Coat Tan, salute Suntan, salute Sabrina, 80s Baby, Spoken Facts, Sages. And I'll salute everybody individually during the demonstration. But first, before we even get into this demonstration, drop a one. Drop a one if y'all believe that there's some truth, or drop a one if y'all believe that Jamie Foxx allegedly go both ways. Salute Jacqueline. I see you down there, Jacqueline. Drop a one if y'all think that Jamie Foxx allegedly goes both ways. Salute Just J. Appreciate you for pulling up. Jacqueline dropped the one. Salute Just J. Drop a two if y'all feel like nah, not Jamie. So we dropping ones and we dropping twos. Just J dropped the T. 80s Baby dropped the one. Sabrina's question. Kirby Kai dropped the two. Do y'all remember Jamie Foxx when he was doing the character, what was her name? Wanda? Was it Wanda? And in Living Color. Do y'all remember when Jamie Foxx did that character in Living Color? How many of y'all remember? Now, Just Jay says, yep. He played the hell out of Wanda, didn't he? Now, these accusations about Jamie is not nothing new. These accusations, salute Miss Parker, these accusations about Jamie Foxx has been out. They were been saying, people were been making reference to Jamie being into men. I believe it was at least 15 years ago, I want to say, Cat Williams. And we all know that Cat Williams has always been outspoken. And we know Cat Williams have always dropped the bomb. Matter of fact, let's go to Cat Williams. I know it's early in the demonstration, and I know a lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of people are pulled up later on in the demonstration. Salute Tracy, salute Tracy. And so I'm trying to stick to the way that I do things over here, but I just know, I know there are going to be a lot of people that are going to pour up an hour from now, 30 minutes from now. What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? So I'm going to play a little clip. Salute, Suntan. I'm going to play a little clip from Jamie. And y'all probably hear me play it several times. Now, I have other clips as well. But I'm going to play this clip of Cat Williams. And this is Cat Williams speaking on Jamie Foxx. And y'all tell me what y'all think. This is Cat Williams.
I know all the comedians and actors' secrets. Who's gay? Jamie Foxx.
Did y'all hear what he said? Cat Williams. Did y'all hear what Cat Williams just said? He said, I know all the secrets on the comedians and actors. He said, who's the G word? Jamie Foxx. Salute OG Patrice. Now, I know this is right up OG Patrice lane because OG Patrice has been around these celebrities. OG Patrice, you know, she knows a lot that's going on, you know, with these celebrities. Salute Fresh Breezy. So I see OG Patrice just pulled up, and I see a lot of other new people that just pulled up. So to catch y'all up on speed, drop a 1. Drop a 1 if you feel as though Jamie Foxx go both ways. Drop a 2 if you feel like Jamie Foxx is only about the ladies. Now, I just ran an audio clip of Cat Williams, and Cat Williams basically called out Jamie Foxx as being a transformer. So we got one person that dropped the 2. Spoken facts. I know spoken facts. I know it hurts you. OG Patrice dropped the 2. I know it hurt y'all. OG Patrice and spoken facts. Just Jay, you already dropped the 1. You can't switch sides now, Just Jay. It's either a 1 or a 2. Oh, there she will go back to a 1. But I know it may seem like, no, not Jamie, but in his defense, in the defense of every man, that goes both ways. Every man that likes men and women, in the defense of every man that like a man. As long as when they get it on with these men, as long as the men is not underage, hey, they got a right, in my opinion, I know we got some biblical scholars in here. I know we got some church folks in here. I know we got some religious folks in here. And that's true, because according to the Bible, according to the Quran and other holy books, God said that man shall not lay with man. So I just dropped the 2 too. So how are we going to look at this? Are we going to look at it in the eyesight of God? Because in those holy books, God did forbid a man to lay with another man. Or are we going to salute Dana J? I see you down there, Dana J. Or are we going to salute Positive Vibes? Or are we going to go with one sin is no greater than another sin? A man might lay with another man, which is abomination to God, but man might break another law that God gave us. And we're going to cover that as well. I'm going to be asking y'all questions. How do y'all feel? Matter of fact, before we go any further, should we, when it comes, because including myself, I have to raise my hand. When it comes to the laws that God has gave us, we turn a blind eye. Should we stick to God's commandment, or should we turn a blind eye when it comes to this whole man sleeping with man? Drop a one in the chat if y'all think that we should stick to God's law. And God's law is man shall not lay with another man. Drop a 2 if you think we should compromise God's law, or, just give them a pass. Salute Londa. Okay, so Londa dropped the 1 because, and I'm guilty of this. Positive Vibes dropped the 1. Okay, Dana dropped the 1. As I said, I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of giving people passes when it comes to God's law. And I know that that's wrong of me. How many of y'all do the same thing that I do? Salute Tammy. Let's keep it 100. How many else do the same thing that I do along with other folks? When it comes to following God's law, how many of us, drop a one if you turn a blind eye when it comes to God's law. Drop a 1. Kirby says me. And that's why I said I got to raise my hand, because I'm guilty. Dana dropped the 1 because I know what God's law says. And I know when it comes to man laying with another man, that's one of the many things that all the religions agree on. If you go to any of the religions, it's there. If you talk to a Muslim, and if you bring that up, a Muslim is going to tell you, according to the Quran, according to the Bible, because contrary to what people believe, that Muslims don't believe in Jesus and Muslims don't believe in the Bible, 9 out of 10 Muslims read that Bible. 9 out of 10 Muslims do believe in Jesus. They don't believe that Jesus was God, but they do believe in Jesus. But back to my point. Why have we been turning the blind eye? Why haven't we been standing 10 toes down when it comes to God's law? We quick to howl about standing 10 toes down when it comes to things that got to do with this world. So why, when it comes to standing 10 toes down on God's law, why do we, including myself, why do we turn a blind eye? Yes, Jamie Foxx. Now, once again, all of this is allegedly. This is allegedly, y'all. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. So all of this is allegedly. But people have been speaking out about Jamie Foxx going both ways for a long time. Salute, Lilina. Now I'm going to play what I played for everybody earlier. This is Cat Williams, and I want y'all to listen. This is Cat Williams.
All the comedians and actors' secrets. Who's gay? Jamie Foxx. I'm going to say it because I can tell you the name of the dude he fucked. His name is Marcus Anthony. He's the only dude.
Now, that's Cat Williams. He said, I know all of the comedians. I know all of their secrets. I know the actors, and I know their secrets. He said, who's the G word? Jamie Foxx. Now, let me ask some questions. I'm sure most of y'all has heard Cat Williams' latest demonstrations. I'm sure y'all heard when he was on with Shannon Sharp and how he was dropping jewels. He was dropping jewels. I tell y'all what, because I see a lot of y'all in the chat, Jamie Foxx, I see a lot of y'all are wondering, well, okay, Shank, well, can you give us a clue? Better yet, who Jamie Foxx was on the down low with? And the cold thing about it is, for all my content creators, especially Dana J, Curvy Kai, Just J, especially my content creators should already know a little bit about this, because all of us content creators, we are journalists, and we're always searching for the next story to bring to our subscribers. So Dana J, I'm calling y'all out. Dana J, Curvy Kai, Just J, and the rest of the content creators that's watching, y'all should already know. I ain't saying that y'all have to know everything. That's why y'all here, because I'm going to reveal everything to y'all. But y'all should know the basics. Y'all should know the basics. Y'all should know that, yeah, allegedly, Jamie Foxx is into men. I'm a drop one, matter of fact, because I like receipts. I just don't like to say something without backing it up. Positive vibes wouldn't be positive vibes. Positive vibes says Shank's head is smiling too. Salute positive vibes. I need everybody to salute positive vibes. This wouldn't be a platform if positive vibes wasn't in that chat roasting me. All right. OG Patrice says he's in a relationship with actor Tyron Turner from Menace to Society. And that's where I'm going at. Well, okay, Dana says OG Patrice, not true. Now you know that's my bro. Let me let everybody hear. Let me go to this. I'm coming, y'all. Bear with me. Where we want this at? And I'm also going to play the audio, because Tyron Turner, and for all y'all that don't know, that might not know who's Tyron is, Dana says I will have Tyrant on my channel on Friday. That's good. But for all of y'all that don't know who's Tyrant Turner played Kane in Menace to Society. Drop a 1 if y'all remember Kane. He also played in Belly with Nas and DMX. When Nas and DMX was out in Nebraska hustling, and the dude that was eating the banana with the glasses on at the club, remember? And Nas and DMX rolled through the neighborhood, the block, and remember the dude came out with the other dudes and he was eating the banana. That's Tyron. He said, I don't like that. I don't like that. I had to drop a dime on them. I don't like that. But he also played in Menace to Society, Kane. Remember when him and his cousin Harold was at the stoplight and the fools jacked him and Harold? Kane is the one that got shot and they ended up taking him to the hospital and he was covered with blood. That's Kane. So that's Tyron Turner. But let's go to, I'm going to play Tyron Turner after, but I want to go to Orlando Brown, made mention of it. Orlando Brown played in That's So Raven. He made mention of it. And also Reggie Wright Jr. Reggie Wright Jr. is the cop from Death Row Records. Let me play something for y'all. Salute to the chat. Spoken facts. Go ahead with all that. I like Jamie myself. Not like that. Not like that. Not like you like him, spoken facts. But I fucks with Jamie. I think Jamie, regardless of what, I think Jamie is running neck to neck with Denzel Washington when it comes. I think the top 3 actors, and I'm even putting these 3 actors, I'm not even saying they're the top 3 black actors. I'm going to say these 3 are the top 3 actors, period. That's Will Smith, that's Denzel Washington, and that's Jamie Foxx. I think when it comes to, like, when you watch Ray, I think Denzel Washington playing Malcolm X and Jamie Foxx playing Ray. I think when it comes to an actor or actresses imitating a real life person, I don't think you're going to get any closer than Denzel Washington playing Malcolm X. And I don't think you're going to get closer to Jamie Foxx playing Ray. Jamie nailed it. He nailed it. So regardless of which way Jamie might go, we still can't take from his art when it comes to an actor. Same way with R. Kelly. You can say what you want to say about R. Kelly, but you can't take away from his music. And a lot of people will chew your head off if you tell them that you still listen to R. Kelly. They'll chew your head off. I still listen to R. Kelly. And I don't think that R. Kelly is as guilty as they made it out for him to be. And I think that R. Kelly shouldn't have went down by himself. That's just my personal, that's my perspective on the R. Kelly situation. I still listen to R. Kelly. So regardless of which way Jamie Foxx likes to roll, I do believe Jamie Foxx is one of the greatest actors of all time. All right, y'all. Let me get y'all some audio. And after I get y'all the audio, I'll come back and I'll do my commentary. Now, according to Reggie Wright Jr., and you'll hear him say it, allegedly Tyron Turner is Jamie Foxx boy toy, allegedly. But let's check out what Reggie Wright Jr. has to say. No, this ain't it. I'm coming, y'all. Salute everybody that just pulled up. I see y'all. When I'm on my phone, I could go straight to it. When I'm on my computer, I gotta fight with it. Let's try that. Salute Lagging. I see you Lagging. Salute Lagging. Appreciate you for pulling up. Salute Beautiful B. I see y'all down there. Salute Beautiful B. As I stated earlier, I knew a lot of y'all was going to pull up late. I knew that. And I didn't want to get started with the demonstration because I knew I was going to have to backpedal. Because I knew everybody was going to want me to catch them up to date. All right, let's see where you at. But allegedly, Jamie Foxx. Okay. All right. So let's check out Reggie Wright Jr., y'all. Let's listen to Reggie Wright Jr. for a few, and then we're going to come back and we're going to chop it up. Now, I'm going to start it from the beginning, and he's going to speak about other things that took place. So apparently, matter of fact, I'm going to just let y'all listen.
Man, I don't know what type of, if y'all don't.
Let me see. Let's start it.
Y'all hear what Young Bob said? That's just one receipt.
All right.
Just to show you that the line that he don't know me. Let me tell y'all why Tyron got so upset. Well, the main reason is because he remembered when I called him Jamie Foxx boy toy.
So that's Reggie Wright Jr. saying that Tyron got mad when he called him Jamie Foxx's boy toy. I'm going to play it again for those that's in the back. And this is Reggie Wright Jr.
The main reason is because he remembered when I called him Jamie Foxx boy toy. Y'all don't know that. People in LA and all of that know that. Any real person that know that he's been living off of Jamie Foxx, lived with Jamie Foxx for the longest. I ain't saying Jamie Foxx used KY jelly on him. I don't know. But that's what the rumors is about him Tyron Turner. But that's his business, like Jamie Foxx. So I ain't gonna shit on them too much for doing what they doing in their privacy of Jamie Foxx home. But Tyron, unfortunately, upset because he liked to talk all this tough guy stuff for whatever reason. But that's generally guys that are homosexuals. They have to compensate for themselves and have to be tough. Like I said earlier, that's why every interview he's doing, he's beating up people, beating up everybody, or got into a fight with somebody. Tyron, unfortunately, is going to go and throw a jab and say something about my wife. Well,
now we're going to come back to that. You all heard it. Reggie Wright Jr. spoke on it. He said that it's all out in LA. Everybody in LA, everybody in Hollywood knows that Tyron allegedly is Jamie Foxx's boy toy. All right? There's always two sides of every story. There's always two sides of every story. Now, of course, Tyron actually denied it. Now, what I want us to focus on, I want y'all to focus on Reggie Wright's accusation against Tyron. Then I want y'all to listen to Tyron and tell me if it sounds like Tyron is telling the truth. So right now, that's what we're going to have to judge from. Reggie Wright, accusations, allegedly saying he's Jamie Foxx's boy toy, or Tyron Turner denying it. Right, I like that, OG Patrice. OG Patrice says, did he deny it or did he deflect? Let's listen to Tyron. I'm sorry, Spoken Facts. I know Spoken Facts, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody else that loves Jamie Foxx. I'm sorry. Now, y'all tell me, did Tyron deny it? Where you at, Dana J? Where you at, Dana J? Did Tyron deny it or did he deflect it?
Suge Knight, a few months ago, he posted a video of you on his verified Twitter, and he had a wild caption with it, man. He said that she was Jamie Foxx's ex. How you feel about him saying that, man?
Yeah, come on, man. Like, first of all, I don't know. I don't think me and Suge have. I thought we squashed whatever that was, so I'm thinking that's what it is. So, and then I heard earlier, that his thing was hacked or whatever. His Twitter was hacked. So I give it. If Suge wanted to talk to me, he know how to contact me. He contacted me the last time we had an issue, an altercation. So he figured out how to get to me. So I'm sure he would. I'm sure there's some kind of jail phone in there that kind of reach to me. But yeah, he said something like that. So me and Jamie have been like, brothers and best friends for like years. So what people don't understand is that we do a lot of business together. So you may have seen us a lot around. We probably at the house coming up with ideas and stuff like that. Actually, we got a television show called Alert. That we created. That actually be airing March 5th on Tuesday. So you know how it goes when you dealing with people want to throw the gay rumor. It's always somebody always gotta be gay in the world. Like, but hey, I know what I what I'm saying. I know what I like. So you feel me? I wouldn't have thought that he would have that kind of situation, because I'm like, we in a different world. Like, there's nothing wrong with being gay. You know what I mean? It's like cool. Like even Danny Boy got a book. He came out and said who he was. He wasn't ashamed of it. He just said what it was. So and seeing that was somebody that Suge signed, and they were like that was like I guess son or whatever. Like I don't know if he claimed him as his son or whatever, but they were close. So I would think that he would have and maybe he didn't at the time. Danny Boy didn't come out or whatever that was about whatever his sexual preference is. You know, Danny Boy is a friend of mine, so this is no. I love Danny Boy, he's cool, but he came out with a book and he came out and just kind of shared his who he was. So I would have never thought in a million years that Suge would say that would put something out there like that or somebody being gay like that, especially in the time that we living in where it's okay. I had an uncle that was gay. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with it. So it's like really corny.
Yeah, they be doing the same thing with Dwayne Martin and Will. They be spreading.
Stop right there. What y'all think? What y'all think? OG Patrice says, sounds like deflecting to me. And one thing I'm going to give that OG Patrice, every time I have something to say about a celebrity, OG Patrice always come to their defense. Not this time around. Not this time around, right, OG Patrice? Y'all see it? OG Patrice is saying, sounds like deflecting to me. Y'all let me know. Do it sounds like he's deflecting? Because he never answered the question. He never answered the question. He went around, and around. He never denied it. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you straight up. I don't rock like that. I ain't going to take you all the way around the board. You don't turn off the subtitles in Spanish. I don't understand. I'll future reference, I'll make sure I turn off the subtitles. But it is what it is. And he even tried justifying it. I mean, the world that we live in, and, you know, we live in this time, and, I mean, you know, woo. I mean, y'all let me know what y'all think. Is he deflecting it? Let's listen to some more.
In that rumor, you know, saying that they be messing around, they was in a relationship, so, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I heard, like, I've met Will. Will has always been cool, chill. You know what I mean? I don't know the other side or whatever they think that or whatever the alleged things are. You know what I'm saying? I heard the little assistant dude come on and say something about some you know anal situation, you know, whatever that anal stuff, whatever that is. Like I don't know. I'm just saying I heard what the dude said, but for me, Will Smith ain't never like he's always been cool, a cool person. I don't know that side, and I know there's always two sides to a story. You know what I'm saying?
A straight man, and for all those out there that's straight, let me know. A straight man is going to tell you, I don't rock like that. I'm not gay. I don't got nothing against them, but I'm not gay. That's off the rip. That's off the rip. Not sure what this is about, but you seem like you have a cool personality. Appreciate that, Random. That's just like if you cheating on your wife or you cheating on your husband, and your husband asks you, babe, is you cheating on me? Now, if you ain't cheating, you going to, hell no, I ain't cheating. Get out my face with all of that.
But I don't know that side. I know there's a back side, but that's not the side I know. This is my thing. I've never seen, to actually open a door and walk in on something, did they try to run or jump? Like you just can't, that's a lot of stuff that have to be going on to see somebody on a set somewhere and they're that comfortable where you just like, man, we're gonna do it right here. Like what? Like who takes that type of chance? So that was just kind of, it was kind of weird that you could just bust in on somebody on a set and just see them making man on man love. I don't, I just a little weird, a little weird.
Yeah, that was a wild story, man. But you and Jamie Foxx, I always knew that y'all was like best friends. But how did y'all meet, man?
Well, we met like 20 something years ago. We just shared the kind of the same kind of energy. Like, I was funny, he was funny. I did an episode of In Living Color. And we just kind of like, it was just like a natural kind of brotherly kind of thing. We just kind of actually just bonded. Like it was crazy. And I helped him write his stand up, you know what I'm saying? It's one of his stand up tours. I wrote like the majority of that, and he kind of trusted my instincts. So the friendship is just more like, we get money together. You know what I mean? We playing sports. We like to hang out. We do a lot of the same thing.
How's yourself, man?
Oh, he's in great. He's in great.
Anybody seen Dana J? OG Patrice, 80s baby, Beautiful B, positive vibes. Has anybody seen Dana J? Please tell Dana J to report to the Rock Squad. Has anybody seen Dana J? Please tell Dana J to report to the Rock Squad. Please tell Dana J that Shank Rock is looking for him. What you got to say, Dana J? Everybody says stop dancing around the question. Now that's 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, he hasn't said yes or no. In 5 minutes, 5 minutes, he's going around.
Great shape, you know what I mean? He's cool. He had a little scare, but he got over that. He got over that fast. He went to his little rehab and whatever, and he back. He back. Me personally, it was just like more stress, more. He just had a lot that he was going through, and it just like some kind of weird nervous breakdown kind of thing where he just like, because he was just overworked, and it just went bad. He just he blanked out. You know what I mean? But it wasn't nothing like.
Let's jump to the chat. Leggin says, I'm listening and cutting up with you, Shank. Are y'all, see, that's one thing y'all know that y'all gonna get from the old man. I'm gonna give y'all the exclusive. I don't think y'all ready. I don't think y'all ready because y'all wasn't ready for this. Spoken facts. Y'all wasn't ready for this. Maybe I need to switch lanes and come back to the Jamie Foxx demonstration. Maybe I need to go to the timeline on the accusations from P.Diddy, because y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready for this. I ain't mean to hurt y'all feelings. I just thought that y'all would appreciate it. Leggins says, Positive Vibe says his voice sounds sweet. Yeah, and just imagine, I'm looking at him. Leggins says, I haven't been keeping up with the story, Shank. I'm looking at him. And, oh, man, all I can tell y'all is, after this demonstration, shout out to Art of Dialogue. Shout out to the Art of the Dialogue. Go to the Art of Dialogue, and y'all gonna see it. Tyron Turner denies gay relationship with Jamie Foxx, claims made by Suge Knight. Y'all gonna actually see him. Roman says, if we were more modest and people kept the bedroom in the bedroom, your sexuality wouldn't be public discussion. And that's so true, but it's like, that comes with the territory. It's like, and the reason why, so everybody will know, the reason why Suge Knight called Tyron Turner out. The reason why Reggie Wright Jr. called Tyron Turner out, I love y'all too, Leggin. I love y'all too. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. But the reason why Tyron Turner got called out was because every interview, he's always allegedly lying about fighting people. He's always allegedly talking about beating up some big time gangster. And so that's why they called him out. That's why they called him out. Right. Okay. Now I'm a go to another. I'm gonna go to Tyron Turner again. Then we gonna come back. Tyron Turner, y'all.
What happened between you and Dwight Howard?
So, damn, Dwight. First of all, Dwight, that's my guy. I met him a while back. Had a the energy was great. He was telling me how, he enjoyed Minutes was one of his favorite movies or whatever. So everything was cool. My dumb ass, it's hot off the press about some dude with a wig jumped out the closet or something. What's the boy name? It was like some dude online was came over to the White House in an Uber. He got there, then somebody jumped out in a wig on both of them, and the dude was like, "Oh no, what's this, a threesome or something?" I'm like, "Hold on, I ain't never heard of a all boy threesome." So it was funny to me. You know what I mean? It was just funny. So my whole thing. I'm like, man, I'm on Instagram. Like, man, should I? So I put a picture. I think of the Dwight Howard, and I just had Karen White playing the back because on the Lakers, he was considered Superman. Him and Shaq. And so then my dumb ass then put Dwight Howard on the screen, and then I got I'm Not Your Superwoman playing in the background by Karen White. I'm not just super. Early in the morning, I'm like doing Superwoman. So at that, so I'm like, so then I check my Instagram and do.
Y'all let me know. Do it sound like he got sugar in his tank? Y'all tell me about the energy. Now, I'm going to go to Orlando Brown. How many of y'all remember Orlando Brown? How many of y'all remember Orlando Brown? Orlando Brown. 80s Baby says he has a whole pound of sugar. He definitely not straight. Tammy says, dude, you funny, a joke clown. Is this Marty? We are supposed to follow God's law by loving them and praying for them, not turning the blind eye. Matthew 7:16, don't judge them or you too will be judged. Is that Marty? I'm not sure. Martha Brown, are you Marty? Is that Marty? Martha Brown? Is Martha Brown Marty? I'm not sure, Marty, if that's you or not. Is that you, Marty? Martha Brown? Okay. I wasn't sure. All right, let me. So Orlando Brown played in That's So Raven. Let's hear what he has to say. Martha says, no, I am from Texas. Okay, okay. Let's see what Orlando Brown is talking.
And speaking of this child ring shit, it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. You know, Jamie Foxx is one of the most notorious booty busters in the world.
Now that's Orlando Brown allegedly saying Jamie Foxx is what? I'm gonna run it back. Salute, Miss Groovy. Salute, Miss Groovy. This is Orlando Brown speaking about Jamie Foxx. I told y'all wasn't ready for this. 80s Baby says no one is judging them. They need to quit lying and be themselves. They don't have to lie to kick it. Facts. But I told y'all wasn't going to be ready for this.
And speaking of this child ring shit, it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. You know, Jamie Foxx is one of the most notorious booty busters in the world. All you gotta do is go to the studio, bend over, and he'll give you $3 million. You wanna be a singer? You wanna be a singer? You wanna be a singer? Bend that ass over for Jamie Foxx, he'll give you $3 million right now. I swear for God. This shit is ridiculous. All of them are in it together. And guess what? It's the same person. Tricky motherfuckers. Call him Tricky Dick. You tricky dick son of a bitch.
Y'all hit that like button for me. We got 185 watching. Y'all get my likes up. Where else do y'all get the exclusives from? But from Shank Rock. Y'all get my likes up so this can get pushed in the algorithm. And there's more. There's more. There's more. And I know, some people might say, Shank Rock, why are you destroying another black man? That's a good question. But I'm not destroying nobody. I'm not destroying Jamie Foxx. I'm only giving to y'all what's already been out there. I'm a content creator. I'm a blogger. I'm a journalist. I'm a YouTuber. I bring y'all the stories. Because let's be honest, I think only one, that was OG Patrice. OG Patrice is the only one that knew of any of this. So I'm not destroying Jamie Foxx. I'm just bringing you all a story about Jamie Foxx. That's all. That's all. But it's like what 80s Baby said. It's like what OG Patrice said. Own it. It is what it is. Just own it. That's all we're saying. Just own it. Salute, Miss Tree. Miss Tree says Aaliyah, I think, was bumped off by Diddy, Missy, and Beyonce. You outdo, do your thing, Shank. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Tammy. Miss Tree says Aaliyah, I think, was bumped off by Diddy. I'll tell y'all one person that knows exactly what happened to Aaliyah. That's Dame Dash. Dame Dash knows exactly what happened to Aaliyah. Would y'all like for me to get into that on this demonstration? Would y'all like for me to get in to Dame Dash knowing exactly what happened to Aaliyah? Paul says not Dame Dash. Let's go to the timeline. We're going to come back to Jamie Foxx. Let's go to the timeline. I wanted to go to this timeline for a reason. But let's go to the timeline of Diddy's accusation. And I'll tell y'all why I wanted to go to this timeline.
Bombshell, and this is something where the impact is going to be reverberating around the globe for a variety of reasons.
Shocking allegations about once beloved music icon P. Diddy, culminating in what could be his complete fall from grace.
I can't see how he gets out of this. I just can't.
But there's a lot to unpack over more than 3 decades. So let's take a closer look at the complete timeline of allegations against P. Diddy and what we could see moving forward.
Wow, this is really big. This is really big because you're thinking about this huge mogul. Like, everyone knows who Puffy is, who Diddy is, who Puff Daddy is, who Sean Combs is. No matter what his name, you know who he is.
Who he is 54-year-old Sean Combs, a rapper, label executive, and entrepreneur who, as previously alluded to, goes by many names. He first rose to fame in the 90s after creating the record label Bad Boy Records. That represented artists like the notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls and Faith Evans. But it's recent allegations dating back to those early days that find Diddy under fire.
With all of the allegations that have come forward and come forth at this juncture, all the artists that have come forward alleging wrongdoing, I can't see how he gets out of this. I just can't.
That's former prosecutor Melba Pearson, who's followed Diddy's career since the 90s. Back then, there weren't any public allegations against him.
You know, to compare him to R. Kelly, for instance, there were rumors swirling around R. Kelly from the beginning, and that started off with his marriage to a very underage Aaliyah, and that's when folks were like, okay, something doesn't seem right here. But like, kind of put it to the side, just kind of put a pin in it for a few decades until all the bombshell allegations and, well, ended up being proved in a court of law came forth. I feel like with Diddy, we didn't hear that much. We knew that he partied hard. We knew that he was always going to high profile events and all of that. But I personally have never heard any rumors surrounding any wrongdoing or anything having to do with him. So that's what was so stunning when Cassie Ventura filed her lawsuit earlier this year. It kind of broke the dam, and it was just the floodgates opened, and all of these other allegations started to come to the surface, because that generally is what happens. You have one survivor brave enough to come forward, and then other people feel empowered, and then they come forward with their stories, which is exactly what we have seen here.
Drop a one in the chat if, after everything has been playing out, drop a 1 if y'all think that P. Diddy is going to prison. Drop a 2 if you think P. Diddy is not going to prison, if you think that they're just making all of this stuff up to tear him down. Drop a 1 if you think he's going to prison. Drop a 2 if you think he's not. Y'all get my likes up. Get them likes up. Hit that like button.
We'll get to Cassandra Ventura soon, but keep in mind her lawsuit brought forward some of the first allegations against Diddy in November 2023. That's also when we heard from Liza Gardner, whose alleged sexual assault happened in 1990. According to her civil suit against Diddy, Liza met him at an event in New York where he got handsy, but it was at an after party where she, quote, was offered more drinks and was coerced into having sex with Combs. Liza says Diddy raped her and her friend that night. Days later, Liza alleges Diddy came to the place where she was staying. He was, quote, irate and began assaulting and choking Liza Gardner to the point that she passed out. The next year, 1991, Diddy allegedly raped another woman, Joy Dickerson Neal. Joy also filed suit against Diddy in November 2023, but says she met him 3 decades prior while she was a student at Syracuse University. The pair had mutual friends, and Joy actually appeared in one of Diddy's music videos. When they finally went out on a date, Diddy allegedly, quote, intentionally drugged her, resulting in her being in a physical state where she could not independently stand or walk. After that, she alleges Diddy raped her and recorded it all on video. She found out about the video days later when a friend revealed he'd seen it. Joy's lawsuit states she felt confusion, pain, embarrassment, and shame, so she did not go to the hospital or report the assault to the police and sought refuge in her apartment, avoiding any outside contact. Joy now demands a jury trial, something I asked law and crime legal analyst Julie Rendelman about.
I have to be careful. I have to be very careful touching this because it's a sensitive topic. So I have to be careful. But once again, my thing when it comes to the females, here's my thing when it comes to the females. Why wait so long? Maybe y'all can help me understand better. And I know OG Patrice, over the months, you've been helping me understand, but maybe one day I'll get it. Maybe one day I'll understand.
What's interesting, one would argue that an individual that says, I refuse to settle outside of court and want a child to be heard is because they want themselves to be heard. They want people to understand that they were victimized by this individual, and they're not just looking, in a sense, for a payoff. And so that could be one of many reasons why she's choosing to do that.
Meanwhile, as years pass by, Diddy's career is gaining steam. And by the late 90s, Diddy himself begins putting out songs, even snagging his first 2 Grammys in 1998. But the following year marks the next stop on the Diddy timeline, the New York nightclub shooting. It happened on December 27th, 1999 at about 2:55 a.m. A fight broke out at a nightclub in New York City between Diddy, Jamal Barrow, known as the rapper Shine, and this guy, Matthew Allen, who went by the nickname Scar. 3 people were shot, though no one suffered any life-threatening injuries. All 3 men were arrested, as was Jennifer Lopez, Diddy's then girlfriend. J-Lo's charges were dropped, but both Diddy and Shine went to trial. Diddy was acquitted, but Shine was convicted on charges of attempted murder and criminal possession of a weapon. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Here's Melba again to explain.
So I think people were not like horrified per se. I think they looked at it as, well, this is part and parcel of the hip hop industry. I don't think it was very shocking because, there's definitely a perception, somewhat reality as well, that there is violence in the hip hop community and sort of that beef between different groups or different labels. We all know about the East Coast, West Coast beef that was going on during the 90s with Tupac on one side, Biggie on the other. So this was something that was an outgrowth of that time frame. So I don't think folks were super shocked at that juncture. I think what was more shocking was sort of Jennifer Lopez's involvement in all of this, because I don't think, even though she was like, yeah, I'm Jenny from the block, I don't think anybody really saw her as really going to be that quote unquote that chick who is coming with the firearm and is going to hold it down and ride or die for her man. Like, I don't think people really saw that of her. So I think that was the most shocking part of the case back in 1999. But the fact that Diddy and Shine, who was the artist who was involved in that incident, the fact that they were charged, I don't think anybody was super stunned.
Let's put a pin in this shooting and move on to 2003. This is when Jane Doe says she was raped by Diddy when she was only 17 years old. Along with the others, Jane Doe filed civil suit against Diddy, but says,
your Google business profile is your biggest opportunity to attract.
Damn commercials.
when she was just a junior in high school, Jane Doe says she met one of Diddy's friends at a club near Detroit. After that, he flew her on a private jet to New York to meet Diddy. She says Diddy raped her in a studio there, and her lawsuit includes specific notes about Diddy, saying, quote, he told her that he could not orgasm and asked her to squeeze his nipples as hard as she could to get him off. And while Jane Doe doesn't list her name in the lawsuit, she does list multiple photos of herself and Diddy. Here's Julie again.
What's the reason that anyone who's making an accusation against a high-profile celebrity would choose to not have their name out there? One, they're concerned.
Maybe because I'm not into. I'm just not a freaky type guy. I'm just going to be one. Oh, and to each his own. All that extra stuff, squeeze who nipples hard? You ain't squeezing my nipples hard. Look.
Concerned about potential threats against them. They want to protect their anonymity, their privacy. And so it's not unusual that we've seen it. We've seen it on multiple other cases, especially when someone's alleging that at the time that the allegation occurred, they were underage. And so it's not unique to hear of a Jane Doe suing an individual. And quite frankly, in regards to if there's criminal allegations, you may very well see allegations against various Jane Does, Jane Doe 1, 2, 3, which we've seen in prior criminal cases in the past.
From there, we fast forward to late 2005 or early 2006 when Diddy met Cassandra Ventura.
Let me ask y'all this before we go any further. Let me ask y'all this. And remember, I know it's a sensitive topic, so work with me. Should these females have some kind of accountability? Now, of course, once P.Diddy, once he forces himself, that's something completely different. I get that part, because it's going to be hard for a female to get a man up off of her. So I'm not talking about the actual act. I'm not talking about the actual SA. But I'm saying as far as meeting up with Diddy, I'm saying being flown out. I believe she was 17. You're 17 years old. Your ass need to be home studying. You 17 years old. Your ass needs to be somewhere babysitting some kids. At 17 years old, your ass don't need to be flying from point A to point B to see no grown-ass man. Am I making sense? Y'all help me out with that. At 17 years old. So when do these 17-year-olds and 16-year-olds, when do they start being held accountable? I mean, I get it. Like I said, I get it. I get it now. I get it when the SA is going on. You know, he was much stronger than me. He threatening me. I get that part. I do get that part. But the accountability part that led up to you taking your hot ass, your grown ass, cross country to be with a grown man. Y'all help me out in the chat.
Who would later be known publicly as the singer Cassie. According to her suit, she started working with Diddy when she was just 19 years old and he was 37. She says Diddy began, quote, almost immediately asserting possession and control over her and inserting himself into all aspects of her career and her personal life. That includes things like forcing Cassie to use illegal drugs and have sex with prostitutes as Diddy watched or masturbated. She also alleges he recorded many of these interactions. Cassie's lawsuit also states that multiple times each year, Mr. Combs would violently beat Miss Ventura, leaving bruises on her body, by hiding Miss Ventura in hotels for days at a time to let her bruises heal. The next stop on the timeline is 2011, when Cassie had a brief flirtatious relationship with rapper Kid Cudi. She says that in 2012, Diddy told her that he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's.
I like what you said, Paul. I want everybody to listen, and that's an excellent answer. Paul says, Shank, they thought they were next up. He used the fame. Can we say that when hoeing goes wrong, because they were hoeing, can we say that? Can we say that that's a case of hoeing going wrong? Because they thought, I'm with P.Diddy. They let these red flags, remember ladies, it's always red flags. They let these red flags blow back and forth past them because they was hoeing and they was after something. I gotta call a spade a spade. I gotta call a hoe a hoe. We gotta start looking. I got a demonstration coming up about Superhead. Now, Superhead, she was another one. She was 17 years old when she got with Kool G Rap. Did y'all know that? I said, did y'all know that Superhead was 17 years old when she got with Kool G Rap? Kool G Rap was the first rapper that Superhead got with. They got a baby together. They got a son together. Superhead and Kool G Rap. She credited Kool G Rap to being the one that actually groomed her on how to give head so good. And that's actually how she got that name, Superhead, from the older rapper, Kool G Rap. She said that he would make her, as a form of punishment, he would make her give him head for hours. She said one time she gave head to him, and she did it for so long her nose started bleeding. So now when Superhead gets into the game, and we all know Superhead was before all of them. Superhead was before the Kardashians and them, before that sex tape. Superhead was the first one. For all y'all that don't know, just Google Superhead. I wanted to bring that demonstration. I was going to bring her demonstration and Jay-Z's demonstration along with the Kathy White young lady that was his mistress. I'm going to push them back to probably the weekend. I wanted to bring y'all this Jamie Foxx because I said that Jamie Foxx would interest y'all more. But I am in the process of bringing y'all a demonstration about Superhead. And for a long time, Superhead didn't want to take accountability. But it wasn't until she had this interview with Tyra Banks. And when she had the interview with Tyra Banks pretty much put her in her place and let her know, you's a hoe. So I want us to focus. Matter of fact, let's go back. But are we turning the blind eye on these young girls that are out here hoeing? Are we turning the blind eye on them too? Are we giving them a pass? Y'all let me know. Drop a 1 if we are turning the blind eye on these young girls that's hoeing. Drop a 2 if you don't think so.
Car. and that he wanted to ensure that Kid Cudi was home with his friends when it happened. Around that time, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. From there, we time hop to September 2022, when Rodney Jones, also known as Lil Rod, began working with Diddy. For the next year and a half, Lil Rod alleges he suffered abuse, all at the hands of Diddy himself. Now, according to the lawsuit, Lil Rod lived with Diddy for months at a time. He produced 9 songs on Diddy's latest album, the Love album. Lil Rod alleges he was, quote, the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Mr. Combs. At times, Lil Rod says Diddy touched his private areas without consent and forced Lil Rod to watch him shower or have naked body massages. Lil Rod says Diddy, quote,
See, let's just listen to some more, because I can't see a grown man. I can't see a grown man. I just can't. I can't see a grown man I can't see a grown man forcing another grown man to watch him take a shower. Nigga, I ain't watching you take no goddamn shower. What's wrong with you? I watch some females take some showers all day long. I ain't watching no nigga. I ain't watching no grown man take no shower. I don't care how much money he got. I don't care what he promised me. A grown man, another man gonna make me watch him take a shower? I ain't watching your ass take no goddamn shower. It's your funky ass. Let's listen to some more.
Attempted to groom Mr. Jones into engaging in gay sex. Lil Rod even alleges that Diddy promised.
Okay, if the drinks were spiked, and I get that part, Miss Tree. I get that part. Miss Tree says the drinks were spiked. I get that part. But when do you put an end to this shit? I mean, look, now, you might fool me once. I give you that. You might fool me once. You ain't fooling me twice. And if my sexual preference aren't or isn't that, I mean, come on, y'all. We got to call a spade a spade. If that's not your sexual preference, like Beanie Siegel. They asked Beanie Siegel about attending a P.Diddy party. Beanie Siegel said, nah, I ain't go. What did Luke from the Two Live Crew say? He said, I went to a Diddy's party. I went to a few of Diddy's party, but I left early. Because they don't rock like that. They don't move like that, is what I'm trying to say.
Things in order to keep him quiet, like $250,000 to buy instruments, ownership of Diddy's $20 million property in Miami, and even a Grammy for Producer of the Year. Let's pause this P. Diddy story for a quick second to thank Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring today's law.
Hey, if you live in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah. Them damn commercials. Paul says I'm walking straight out the crib. I mean, it is what it is, Paul. You gonna get up out of there. You gonna get up out of there if you don't go that way. Right, Spoken Facts, them damn ads. Always popping up. So, as much as allegedly P. Diddy is probably guilty, but what part did they play in it? What part did they play in it? Get on all fours and bark. That's why you gotta be careful. When you out here and you getting that money, 80s Baby says they was enjoying it until they didn't get what they was promised. Facts.
Shooting because he alleges, quote, Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into an altercation with another individual. All this mere...
How many of y'all believe Jennifer Lopez carried the pawpaw in there? Drop a 1 if y'all think Jennifer Lopez carried the pawpaw in the club. Positive Vibe says, Mr. Clean running. And you know this, man. Paul says, fame chasing, Shank, they fame chasing. You correct, Paul. You correct. Miss Tree says, Justin Bieber was like 15 and Usher 13. I blame their parents. Now, that's facts. Now, that's facts, Miss Tree. Justin was 15. Usher was 13. You got to blame their parents. That's their parents. The mother, Usher mother going to say, I did a background check. I did my homework on Puffy. Well, obviously, your ass ain't do a thorough background check on P. Diddy.
Here's something we've heard before.
Not only did Jennifer Lopez allegedly bring the gun to the club, now we're also looking at years later, Cassie coming forward and saying that Diddy forced her to carry a gun with her when they went out to different events. So again, I think that this is more along the lines of, when you look at this from a domestic violence lens, from the standpoint of the abuser being very controlling and demanding certain activities to prove loyalty, to basically put yourself in a bad situation where only he can be the one to save you, basically. So in seeing that, the parallels between J-Lo's experience and Cassie's experience, number one, it brings more credibility to what Cassie said in her pleadings, but also, again, it causes us to look at Jennifer Lopez and be like, some of the comments she made about the end of her relationship to Diddy, in terms of, well, there was infidelity, and, she kind of skirted the issue a bit. But when you start to look back at her comments, you start to think, ooh, were you in a domestic violence relationship with Diddy, much like how Cassie ended up in a domestic violence relationship with him?
Now, how was it that J-Lo got out of the relationship with P. Diddy? Maybe y'all can help me understand. How is it that J-Lo was able to get out of the relationship with P. Diddy? And according to J-Lo, there was none of the forcing, there was none of the SAing, there was none of that. J-Lo simply, because of the shooting in the club, J-Lo seen the red flag and got up out of there. That's what I'm saying. The red flags. When you see these red flags, and J-Lo didn't reach her star status level yet. J-Lo at that time was really leeching off of P. Diddy. Okay, good point, Positive Vibes. Positive Vibes says J-Lo isn't black either. I'll take that, Positive Vibes. I'll take that. Paul says, kind of like the Michael Jackson-ish, man, mothers, FOS got to learn from history, not repeat it. That's facts, Paul. But I'll take Positive Vibe. Positive Vibe says J-Lo isn't black either. Because I'm trying to understand, how is it that J-Lo was able to, when she saw the red flags, but Cassie and others wasn't able to, when they saw the red flags. Let's go for some more, y'all.
And experts we spoke to, like former FBI agent Bobby Chacon, say the investigation into this shooting could be reopened. If there's a civil lawsuit that lays out this major allegation, what would it take to reopen an investigation into something that happened 25 years ago?
Man, these damn commercials. I see you, Tracy. I see you, Tracy. Tracy says, maybe because Benny Medina and Tommy Mottola were behind her. That's another good point, Tracy. I appreciate the chat. I appreciate the Rock Squad. I appreciate y'all. Y'all really helping me through this. That's a good one, Tracy.
So, in other words, he was acquitted on the state murder charges. Now, federal charges can be different. You can have RICO, you can have a continuing criminal enterprise, you can have, so the underlying acts, the predicate acts, what we used to call them when I worked RICO cases, your RICO predicate act, could be something like that.
I gotta read this one. I see Positive Vibes ain't the only one that likes to roast me. Grasson says, yo, not even gonna lie, you look low key like Terry Crews. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I just popped in, was like, is that Terry Crews? I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Grasson. Positive Vibes gonna run with that, I already know. I mean, to me, it's a compliment. I'm gonna be honest with you, because people are always telling me I look like this person, I look like that person. So I take it as a compliment. I don't take it in a negative way. But I appreciate that compliment, Grasson. Go ahead, Positive Vibes. I know you're gonna use that. But I take it as a compliment. I appreciate the compliment.
That 1999 case, and you can use it as a predicate act. You can bring it up. When I worked cold cases of this type, sometimes with time, with the passage of time, people aren't as intimidated and they're not as threatened, and they get away from the person who is the threat, and they feel more forthcoming to testify or to give statements in lieu of testimony. But so
and that's to answer my question. After a while, the intimidation starts to wear off. And it could have been that J-Lo just wasn't intimidated by P. Diddy. And it could have been Cassie, even Little Rod, even the other victims. It could have been that they just was intimidated by P. Diddy. And that happens all the time. Y'all get my likes up. All this demonstration, and I only got 29 likes. Y'all get my likes up. So it could have been just intimidation. And it happens. Like sometimes you'll see a person and they might be intimidated by somebody. And you might be like, you intimidated by him or you scared of her. So that could be the answer to my question. Cassie and Little Rod, as well as the other victims, they might have just been intimidated by P. Diddy. Paul says, how old was Little Rod? Give me a minute, Paul, and I'll find out Little Rod's age. Miss Tree says, Tupac, he dissed Diddy on All Eyes on Me so bad that Diddy even said it made him so mad. And that's facts. Nabil says, hello, new sub here. Hope you doing well. I appreciate that, Nabil. I hope I pronounced your name right. Appreciate that new sub, Nabil. In a few more minutes, we're going to go back to Jamie Foxx in the list of men that Jamie Foxx slept with. I don't know if I should give y'all. I think I should make y'all wait, because matter of fact, if I don't get my likes up, I'm gonna make y'all wait. So y'all need to get my likes up. I need y'all to get them likes up. Y'all get me at 100 likes, then I'll give y'all that list. I done already gave y'all one, and that was Tyron Turner, allegedly from Menace to Society. The dude that played Kane in Menace to Society. Tyron Turner, allegedly, is Jamie Foxx's boy toy. Now, if y'all want some more information, y'all get them likes up. Appreciate that, Miss Tree. Appreciate that, Miss Tree.
certainly, I think that that case is going to be part of it. In the aftermath of that, they have witnesses that say he bragged about intimidating witnesses, paying off jurors. Certainly when you have that kind of stuff, if you go back and you find that juror that was paid off, or jurors, multiple, that may have been paid off, certainly that gives you the impetus to kind of come forward and refresh those charges on a federal case. So the federal cases will be a little different. The charges are a little different, so it's not double jeopardy. And so I think that case that you mentioned, that you cite, I think is certainly one of the ones they're looking to build into a much bigger, to me, maybe a RICO type case.
The next stop on the timeline is November 2023, when Cassie files suit against Diddy in New York.
So several of the lawsuits were filed within the Adult Survivors Act, and that allowed for individuals who had allegations from many, many years before to have almost a look-back window. A look-back window, I believe it's of 1 year, to enable them to file civil lawsuits for cases that normally would have been beyond the statute of limitations. And so Cassie, along with several others, took advantage of that short change in the law to enable them to file civil suits against P. Diddy.
Cassie's lawsuit was settled in just one day, but the damage may have already been done because the other lawsuits soon followed.
If this had been settled without any kind of public involvement, any kind of media coverage, these other people may never have come forward. So,
and that's so true. That's so true. Salute DJ Not Nice. Salute God Loves. God Loves. Hit me up on my IG. Hit me up on my IG, God Loves. My IG is Shankrock 1218. Hit me up on my IG, God Loves. I'll be willing to help you. Hit me up. Salute, don't cap. Salute y'all. Once again, if you need to get in touch with me for any help, just hit me up on Instagram, Shankrock 1218. Salute from the Bahamas. Salute everybody that's watching from the Bahamas. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Salute.
by, kind of calling her bluff and saying, oh yeah, there's no way you're going to file this, he did himself a whole lot of damage. But I'm glad, because at least now the truth is going to come out.
And that's all it takes. All it takes is one. All it takes is for one to stand up. All it takes is for one to stand up to a bully. All it takes is for one to stand up for justice. All it takes is for one to stand up for what's right. Is that Canada you watching from, Miss Tree? I can't see that flag. What flag is that, Miss Tree? So I can shout y'all out. What flag is that, Miss Tree? So I can shout y'all out.
And everyone will know who this person is. And now, of course, that kicked everything into high gear in terms of law enforcement involvement in investigations. So as much as this whole thing is sad and
get hydrated, healthier skin with Pureology.
Goddamn commercials, them ads. Salute, Lisa. Salute everybody from England. Salute to everybody from England. Y'all let me know where y'all tuning in from. Drop y'all cities, drop y'all states, drop y'all countries. Where everybody watching from.
That leads us to March 25th of this year, when search warrants were executed at two of Diddy's properties. Homeland Security investigators raided his home in Holmby Hills, California, and his other on Star Island in Miami. Former homicide prosecutor Bernardo Villalona says the feds were probably looking for something specific.
I think the main piece of evidence that they're looking for is video recordings or cell phones or anything having to deal with cameras, because from the civil lawsuits that have been filed, specifically the one that was filed by the Mail just in February, he states that there are video recordings and that Puffy had secret cameras that were located in the different rooms inside of the home. So by law enforcement recovering those video cameras, recovering laptops, recovering cell phones, they're able to investigate and do a forensic investigation into those electronic devices.
That's what they were after. That's what they were after. No problem, God Loves. I'll reach out to you. I seen the message that came through on Instagram, God Loves. I'll reach out to you. Salute to everybody that's from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Salute. Drop y'all cities and let me know where y'all repping from. But they want them videos. And that's what they're doing right now. Everything that they confiscated. Videos. One thing y'all can bet. There is video footage. Salute to everybody that's checking in from Las Vegas. Las Vegas. KM Videos live stream. Salute to everybody that's checking in from Las Vegas. They got video footage. Best believe. Now, what's on the footage? Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you what's on the footage. Shout out to everybody that's checking in from Massachusetts. Shout out to everybody that's checking in from Massachusetts. Y'all can best believe that. That's why P. Diddy is worried. Now, according to Suge Knight says that the raid is really not so much about P. Diddy, but the raid is about who all was on them cameras. Don't Cap says it's going to be a crazy year when all those footages of celebrities come out. Yes. And that's what they focusing on, because do y'all realize? Salute to everybody from Arizona. I see you down there, Arizona. Salute. Do y'all realize the people that's affiliated with P. Diddy? Just imagine. Can y'all realize P. Diddy, a lot of big time people was at those parties? You can bet that. You can bet that. Now, can y'all imagine? Can y'all imagine? Just imagine. Salute to Sounds Like Sicily. I see you down there, Sicily. So when this thing plays out, when it plays out, y'all know that's my favorite phrase. Let it play out. Because when it plays out, you're going to be able to see. You're going to be able to see. Shout out to Honolulu. Everybody that's checking in from Honolulu. We got the international subscribers in here in this demonstration. I appreciate everyone for pulling up to this demonstration. But a big shout out to everyone that's watching international. Big shout out to everyone that's watching from other countries. I appreciate y'all all. We're going to go to a little bit more, and then I'm going to get back to the list of celebrity men that has allegedly slept with Jamie Foxx. But y'all got to get them numbers up. Salute to everybody that's in Cali. I see you, California. I see you, Judy. Salute to everybody that's in South Carolina. Kendall, I see you. We got Russia in here. We got Russia. Salute to Russia. Salute to Toronto, Canada. Salute to all my international subscribers. Salute to Toronto, Canada.
And try to get additional evidence as to a crime that has taken place, which will be able to move along any criminal investigation towards possible charges.
The same week the search warrants were executed, Diddy's alleged drug mule, Brendan Paul, was arrested in Miami.
P. Diddy, you going to prison, man. You going to prison. It's a reason why they arrested his mule. Got the Bahamas in here. We got everybody in here. P. Diddy is going. They going. We got Moscow. Appreciate you for pulling up.
One of the better things that I decided to do in my adult life.
Man, it's goddamn ads. Yeah, Diddy done him dirty. You know he gonna rap. You know he gonna tell everything that they want to know. You know that. He gonna be their star witness. The mule gonna be their star witness. Mark my words. Watch.
Brendan's name in Lil Rod's lawsuit, where he's listed as Diddy's mule, who allegedly, quote, acquires and distributes Mr. Combs' drugs and guns. He was arrested at the Miami airport while trying to board Diddy's plane. He was charged with cocaine and controlled substance possession and has since been released on $2,500 bond.
So far, Brendan has only been arrested for possession of a controlled substance, and this is for the narcotics that they recovered, I believe, in one of his bags that was on the airplane where he was stopped in the airport, Miami airport on Monday. So they haven't linked that to Puffy at all. As of now, it's just for the simple possession, which is still a felony. The question that I will have, and I'm curious to see what will happen, is that whether they're going to use those charges against Brendan to try to flip him, to try to get him to cooperate against any type of prosecution against Puffy or others.
Brendan's attorney released a statement following his arrest, reading, quote, "We do not plan on trying this case in the media. All issues will be dealt with in court." According to Bernarda, anyone listed in the civil suits should be lawyering up.
What they need to do is get an attorney immediately, and not just any attorney, but a criminal defense attorney with trial experience to know how to manage an investigation, how to manage what the next steps would be, how to manage to try to be proactive in trying to avoid charges being brought against their client, or to try to minimize their exposure. But I think they should be preparing that there may be called in at least for questioning or to be interviewed by law enforcement. So they should be preparing for that.
In the days following the federal raids, we also learned Cassie was cooperating with federal investigators.
I expect that she would have, because again, if she's telling the truth, then she's going to give any evidence that she has. So in terms of if there's recording she knows existed, right? I mean, she may not have possession of it, but she could be like, listen, in July of 2005, he forced me to do XYZ at this particular hotel.
Judy Roberts said, game over. Game over, y'all. That's a wrap. Once again, this is all allegedly. This is for educational and entertainment purposes. All of this that you are hearing in this demonstration is allegedly only. Game over, Judy Roberts. You know Cassie, like she said, even if Cassie doesn't have any of this footage or anything's in her possession, she's able to tell the feds where they can find certain footage at. She's able to tell the feds who got this, who got that. She's able to tell the feds who they can talk to that will coincide with whatever the accusations are that's being brought against P. Diddy. We all know he didn't pillow talk.
There may be surveillance footage to show me going in and out of the building. There may be this video that he took of the horrible events that may have happened that day. So now at least law enforcement will know exactly where to look and start to narrow down different timelines, and then also speak to other witnesses or maybe other survivors that were present and victimized at another point in time, but they can help corroborate some of what she's saying, and that is going to help put together the case against Diddy, likely for human trafficking, for sex trafficking, narcotics charges, etc.
It's likely her civil suit and the others led to the federal investigations in the first place.
I would think that the feds or law enforcement was investigating from when Cassie's lawsuit was filed, but now they have additional fuel for the fire. So now in reading Little Rod's lawsuit, now we're getting into drug use, we're getting into drug trafficking, we're getting into mules, we're getting into pink cocaine, who knew? And so you're hearing and seeing all of these other allegations that now the feds can be like, okay, now I know I need to look for surveillance tapes. Now I need to look for this aspect. Now I need to speak to these folks because they were listed in Little Rod's lawsuit. So for instance, Young Miami was one of the people that were mentioned as having been at those parties and may have been forced to do certain things at these parties. So now the feds know to go and speak to Young Miami. We don't know if her path intersected with Cassie's during the time that she was there. I don't recall her being mentioned in Cassie's lawsuit. So this is a new person now, a new player that the feds can go and speak to get evidence and get testimony and then continue to build the case from there.
On March 28th, another civil suit was filed, this time against Diddy's son Christian Combs, who also goes by the name King Combs. Plaintiff Grace Omar K, who's represented by the same attorney as Lil Rod, alleged
Appreciate that donation, Judy. Appreciate that donation, Judy.
Christian Combs drugged her and sexually assaulted her.
We know you're hovering over that button.
Golly, man. These ads killing me. Appreciate that donation, Judy. Wait for it. Appreciate you.
Christian's attorney says the lawsuit is made up of, quote, manufactured lies and irrelevant facts, and they are seeking to dismiss this outrageous claim. But then last week, we heard even more allegations, pointing the finger at another one of Diddy's sons, Justin Combs. New filings from Lil Rod allegedly show Justin Combs inside Chalice recording studio with a sex worker he'd apparently solicited. Justin's rep released a statement about these allegations, reading, quote, Justin Combs categorically denies these absurd allegations. They are all lies. This is a clear example of a desperate person taking desperate measures in hopes of a payday. There will be legal consequences for all defamatory statements made about the Combs family. But these same filings from Lil Rod doubled down on accusations against record labels like Universal Music Group and its CEO, who were listed as defendants in Lil Rod's suit. According to these new court docs, Lil Rod, quote, personally saw executives from the defendant record label present at the recording sessions during the times that sex workers were present.
Wow. This is heavy right here, y'all. This P.Diddy scandal, or whatever it is that you want to call it, it's heavy. It's heavy.
The attorney representing UMG and its CEO, Lucian Charles Grange, says listing him as a defendant is an attempt to fit a square peg into a round hole. He recently made a new filing, including sworn statements from two executives at UMG who counter what Jones has alleged. All that leads us up to right now, with these startling accusations against Diddy, but no criminal charges. So what's next?
I think we'll be looking at definitely narcotics charges because of the fact cocaine seemed to feature very prominently in all the legal filings. I think it's going to be around human trafficking or sex trafficking, basically, because again, you're moving people from one state to the other for the purposes of sexual gratification, right? And without their consent, and who knows if folks were underage. Again, we're still all finding out all of the details. So again, the investigation's ongoing, so we don't know where this may end. But those are the top charges I'm thinking of. There could be firearms charges, again, depending if guns were brought across state lines and the people who were bringing them were not licensed or something along those lines. So those are the things that I'm thinking will end up showing up in a federal indictment. It'll be the perp walk that'll be covered by every single outlet around the globe, right? So that is going to be, again, sort of that bombshell moment because it's the culmination of all of these high profile and celebrities and folks coming forward with their testimony. So that's going to be huge. I think it's going to be very much parallel to what we saw with R. Kelly and other celebrities that have been arrested for similar crimes. So I think it's going to be a media circus in a lot of ways, but hopefully in all of this, the survivors will not get forgotten and will not get lost in the shuffle. They have to be the central focus of all of this.
We still haven't heard from Diddy about these allegations in 2024, but in late 2023, he posted this statement to social media, quote, "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation, and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth." As for the federal raids, Diddy's team calls it a gross overuse of military-level force, saying there's no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. In response to Lil
Tammy says, I believe her folks helped her get gone because they didn't care too much for him anyway. I think so too, Tammy. That's a good point, Tammy. I think so too. Y'all gotta get my likes up, y'all. I got 114 people watching. We've had almost 175 people watching, and y'all only giving me 34 likes. I can't go no long. I'm not gonna give y'all what I got to give y'all, and y'all not hitting that like button. I'll wait. Y'all gotta get them likes up. Y'all gotta get them up, or we'll do a part 2. This gonna be a part 2. When y'all get my likes up, that's when I'll give y'all more names. That's how we gonna do that. Get my likes up, and then I'll give y'all more names of the celebrity men that has slept with Jamie Foxx, allegedly. I done already gave y'all one, Tyron Turner from Menace to Society. Come on, y'all. Get them likes up.
Not even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back.
And then that's when Puffy came in. He was like,
Take that, 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 take that.
It seems like the ongoing saga involving Diddy is taking a darker turn as Jamie Foxx has recently made shocking accusations against him. According to Fox, Diddy allegedly made attempts on his life after Fox refused to participate in Diddy's controversial activities. This revelation adds a chilling layer to Fox's previous health scare, which many assumed was a random medical emergency. However, Fox now claims it was a carefully orchestrated incident by Diddy. With Fox openly sharing these disturbing details, it's clear that tensions are escalating and no punches are being pulled. Yet, questions linger. Why is Fox coming forward now? And what role does he truly play in this unfolding drama? Let's dive deeper into the issue, shall we? But of course, before we go any further, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and...
Now, it's been rumored, and it's been rumored for a minute now, that Jamie Foxx and P. Diddy was intimate. I'll say it again. Matter of fact, drop a 1 if y'all heard that as well. It's been rumored, allegedly, for a minute now, that Jamie Foxx and P. Diddy has been intimate.
protect this woman and stuff. And he was like, and I didn't really understand all he was saying. Puffy, his mouth is a little flicked because you can't understand. Well, huh? First of all, I really appreciate all that.
I would show up to the party in my little town car. It's like a skirt. Pump the SUVs and the road.
I said, yo, Puff, you gotta let me film this. The whole thing, we need to document this, Playboy.
The latest buzz about Jamie Foxx and Diddy is hotter than ever, proving that Diddy's drama isn't going away anytime soon.
Drop a 1. We got a couple 1s. Drop a 1 if y'all have heard Diddy and Jamie Foxx being intimate. I've heard it for years. I've heard it for years. And yes, a big shout out to the GOAT, Cat Williams. A big shout out to the GOAT, Cat Williams. And the things that's been going on has been going on for years. And people, I always resort back to Tupac. Tupac was dropping so much game on us. Tupac was giving us so much. But for most of us, it would go in one ear and out the other ear. Tupac was dropping this back in the early 90s. So actually, most of this stuff isn't new at all. Most of it is old news, believe it or not. How many likes we got? 41 likes? We got 41 likes with 125 people watching. I'm going to give y'all another 5-10 minutes. If we don't get the likes up, I'm going to do a part 2 to this. I'm going to do a part 2 to this. And that's just how it goes, y'all. So y'all decide whether or not y'all want me to continue. Let me ask y'all this. Could it been Danny Boy? Could it have been Danny Boy? Let's listen to Danny Boy.
All right, here we go. Danny Boy, happy to have you back on the platform, my man.
Yes, sir, man. You got me back. What's up, bro? Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, man. I mean, the last interview we did, man, went viral. You know, you had the whole internet in shambles. So, you know, yeah, man, it was only right, man. Had to bring you back, my man.
I appreciate it. Again, I appreciate you for the platform as well.
Yes, indeed, my man. So, the Tupac estate, they came out with a LGBT clothing line.
Damn.
How you feel about that?
I think it's great. Why they not contacting Danny Boy though? Is usually the problem that I have when I hear of all these great things, especially things that's so close to me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when a lot of records were being remade, that I know that I sang on, I wasn't called on those records.
And for everybody that don't know, Danny Boy is the one that sings on Tupac's song, I Ain't Mad at You. So this voice that y'all are hearing is from Danny Boy.
And here it is like, damn, I came out, I'm gay. I still can't get a part of the LGBT part of it, but I think it's great. Why? I just believe Pac was my friend. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, or maybe I think of it too hard. You know what I mean? Maybe as some people be like, you only know him for this amount of time, but that amount of time, I gained a friend. And I just don't believe that my sexual orientation would have made him not like me. Even though you heard him say things. I got brothers and sisters and, you know, even some pastors that I know that used to preach about, you know, you're going to hell when because you're gay and all of those things, right? But them knowing me and knowing who I am, when I started going back to those services, their speech even adjusted because they did everything they could to not hurt me or to disrespect me because they knew who I was. And I think I knew Pac enough, or Pac knew me enough that even if he was here today, you know, if I did an LGBT album, he would jump on it.
Out of curiosity, was you gay when you was on death row?
Was I gay when I was on death row? Happy? Yes. Was I having sexual relationships with guys? No. Was I doing things with guys that would probably be deemed to be gay? Probably so. I was a teen in my teen years. You know, I did some things with, you know, between me and the homies, you know, and it would be considered gay. But those guys are straight guys now, and in a relationships, so they say. I mean, but they're in relationships now, so I'm the only one that kind of came out and said who I am. So it's not my job to really expose those people because nobody's exposed me. I chose to do this on my own. You know what I mean? So it's not like, even when I say things like that, you know, it just baffles me how a lot of people turn it into hate when there's more people walking around that's gay than people know.
And that's true. That's true. There are more people that are gay, but they keep it on the down low. Now, Danny Boy allegedly said that he had sex with Mary J. Blige when he was 15 or 16. I done that demonstration a couple days ago. So make sure y'all check out that demonstration. Danny Boy claimed that he had sex with Mary J. Blige at age 15 or 16. Now he's coming out openly saying that he's gay. He had sexual intercourse with a lot of R&B singers.
Was some of these individuals that you was messing around with, you know, around that time when you was on death row, was they in the industry?
Yeah. I thought you was going to say, was they on death row? Yeah, they was in the industry. Who else was I hanging around? I wasn't just hanging around with people in regular neighborhoods.
Was they on death row?
Nah, look at them though. I mean, no offense, but nah, no, yuck.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars? Wasting.
Man, these damn ads keep popping up. We got 46 likes, y'all. Let's get them likes up to 100, y'all.
It went with me. No, that wasn't a thing. It wasn't like an open thing that it even then. Even me having the feelings, it was suppressed because that was a thing that I knew not to take around Suge. I knew not to go around Suge with that kind of shit, but guess what? I definitely know Suge knew that, as he would call it, the little fruitcake. I definitely knew Suge probably, when I wasn't around being the funny Suge, that he called me a little fruitcake. I bet you Suge, if you talk to him, he would probably say, yeah. To be real with you, yeah. I thought this a couple times, so for sure. But as far as any other artist, I didn't have that type of relationship. I didn't even have a cool friend relationship. Pac was like a brother to me. Suge was like a big brother, father to me, and like Snoop and the Dog Pound. I didn't know them like that. Like we worked and we commingled on the same label, but no. But a couple secretaries and things like that. There was some sweet secretaries around. Everybody around Death Row know who was gay. When they just be saying Danny Boy, if they felt that they couldn't say it.
Right.
But the ones that they could say, they said it. And they knew I wasn't alone. If that makes sense.
So some of the dudes that you was messing around with that was in the industry, was they R&B singers or producers or?
Producers and singers, I would say. They call themselves producers, but more singers than anything.
So he said these R&B, these men were producers and singers. I bet y'all want me to drop that also. See, I got the exclusives. I bring y'all the exclusives. But y'all got to do right by me, and I'll do right by y'all. The reason why I ask for everybody to at least hit the like button, because if the video reaches 100 likes, YouTube pushes it in the YouTube algorithm. So that's why I ask for the likes, to at least hit the like button. That pushes it out in the YouTube algorithm. Or you could support the channel by purchasing a membership, a super sticker, or a super chat. If you look in the chat, you'll see the $ symbol. Click on the $ symbol and you could purchase a membership, a super sticker, or a super chat.
Got you. So
yeah, but it wasn't like, I don't want this to be like, I was just honing around in the industry. I'm just talking about some of those inappropriate things. Like what I think is gay may not be gay to another person, right? Like a threesome. Just honestly, my opinion, not because I'm gay, right? Not because I carry the flag that everybody's so mad about. But two guys with one girl, it's a little questionable to me. And
how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel as though if it's 2 guys and 1 girl, do y'all think that that's gay? Do y'all consider both the guys to be gay? Drop a 1 if you think if 2 guys have sex together with 1 female, do y'all think that that's gay? Drop a 1. If y'all think that it's not, drop a 2.
And it's a lot of people that can say that they've done it. But it's a lot of people that it's a habit for them. They almost can't have sex unless they with the homie and another girl.
I heard an interview you did on Bond First some years ago. You did an interview with Reggie Wright and John. And you made a comment and you said that it was no way that you was going to come out while you was on death row because of the people that was on death row.
Oh, hell yeah. Just like the community, so to say. Just like my neighborhood. Or just like with my family. There's no way I would have came out before the time that I did, just because I knew that it wasn't accepted with my family. And so even with that being said, I knew that that was not an open thing accepted as far as in the industry is concerned. And for sure it wasn't around death row where you were going to be saying, you know what I mean? At that time, I had a baby mama, you know what I mean? But I couldn't see myself saying, oh.
No living being should.
Man, these ads be killing me.
No, not during that time. But I talked to him since then. I should know what's up. So, I don't know how it would have been. Because his reaction, even when I talked to him, when everybody thought that he was gonna say something real funny, he may have said something funny to them. He may have made a joke to them. But when he got on the phone to me, it was a very pleasant conversation. And he said that he was mad that it took me so long. Why you taking you so long? Boy, you should have, you could have talked to me. He felt like he knew everything about me. I think he was more upset that he didn't know that I held it than anything. So I don't know what really would have been accepted or from who. It's like your son coming to you and telling you, or your little brother coming to you and telling you, no, you don't like it, but I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna make sure you're good, but yeah, we don't fuck around like that. So I'm not quite sure how that would have been taken around death row. But we heard Pac say things about different things in songs and things like that as well. And we heard him say a lot, like we hear people saying songs all the time. That don't mean that they wouldn't love the people that's around them. So I think that's an open question. That's something that we can't answer because Pac's not here. But from my opinion, those kind of people, Pac and Suge, they knew me. Like, and if I know how Pac and Suge be joking, Suge probably said that shit in a funny way in front of Pac before. And Pac was probably like, nah. Right?
So out of curiosity, man, how do you feel about that? Like, for example, it's a video that's online of Tupac and Suge Knight, and they on the set of Toss It Up.
Yeah.
And Tupac and Suge cracking jokes about Dr. Dre being gay.
Yeah.
Did you feel any type of way when they was making them comments?
Nah, you see me, I was right there, I was laughing. I was standing right there. No, they wasn't referring to me. And even with Dre, they said a couple jokes about everybody. The homies that's standing around, making jokes. Even when he said that to Dre, it was like a shot. It was like if it was Instagram and Twitter this time, that probably would have been something Pac would have tweeted.
But at that time, when it was like on the set of Toss It Up, making comments, you was gay, right? Like you was on the low, right? So that's what I'm saying. Did you feel a type of way?
I guess, yeah, I was bisexual.
Yeah.
Let's say that, yeah. I guess you gotta say that because what I was doing was probably considered gay. So I was bisexual then.
But you didn't feel the type of way about all the comments?
No, man, I had more girls than anybody around.
So the Toss It Up video, while we on the Toss It Up video, y'all had a Aaron Hall lookalike, right?
Yes. Yeah, so let me make that clear before I answer that question, because I know I said that I'd be having just as many girls. Everybody be analytical and they be trying to dissect everything that I'm saying. I had just as many girls that was around. And to answer the question about Aaron Hall, yeah, it was a lookalike in the car. Like, I was tripping because it already had taken Pac a long time to show up to the set. Casey and JoJo and myself, we were already there. And even when we got our rooms, the dressing rooms for where everybody was, we seen that Aaron Hall name wasn't on the wall. And, we kind of wondered a little bit, but it was said.
I appreciate everybody for pulling up. First one says, does anyone else feel like Shank is looking into your soul when he looks at the camera? We got Somerset, India in here, UK. Do y'all feel like I'm looking into y'all soul? That's deep. Drop a 1 if y'all feel like when I look in the camera, I'm looking into y'all soul. Drop a 1. Drop a 1. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I appreciate everybody that's watching this on the replay. I appreciate everybody that's watching from the clouds. I appreciate all my moderators for pulling up. I appreciate you, 80s Baby. Positive vibes. Big shout out to 80s Baby for holding it down. Spoken Facts. I appreciate Tanzas. I didn't even see Tanzas in here. I see you though, Tanzas. Who else was in here? My moderators. All my moderators, if I forgot your name. But I appreciate all my moderators for pulling up. I appreciate you, Judy, for the donation to the channel. I appreciate you all. Make sure y'all just be on the lookout for part 2. I can't continue with the demonstration if y'all don't got my likes up. So just stay tuned for part 2. And I appreciate everybody for pulling up. All my international subscribers, I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate everybody that checked in from other countries, the islands. I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate everybody that checked in from other states and other cities. Hope to see you all on the next demonstration. Salute everybody.